Howdy. So today we're going to be looking at the Exergis. I got the idea of the Exergis from somebody that commented on my prologue to the 100 subscriber special for one of the weapons they suggested to use for the level cap run, which we'll be getting to that. That stream should happen in the next week or so. But in preparation for that, I started trying out some of the weapons that people were recommending. And Exergis I was curious about. So I actually already had Exergis with a 6 form on it. And I used to really like the weapon, but I dropped it after a while because I just got interested in other weapons to use. So I picked it back up and I started trying out different builds with it. And it's it's pretty good. It is actually stupidly good. I'm surprised people don't use it more. So, as you can see, this build isn't exactly optimal. This is just for ammo max, you don't need this. We have no arcane equipped. Now, because of this weapon being underrated, I don't know, underused, I feel like it's kind of fair to be using these primed mods, but it kind of balances out seeing as we have no Riven, even though, I mean, 3 dispos fine. I could have sworn it was 4, but I guess it's 3. Uh, Galvanized Savvy is super important here because this weapon, first of all, it does have horrible base crits. Absolutely horrendous, 8% with a 1.4, but extremely high status chance. So having the extra status chance is nice. And more importantly, Galvanized Savvy is multiplicative rather than additive to normal damage mods such as Prime Point Blank or damage from Arcanes. So it gives a massive damage buff. Galvanized Hell for multi-shot, Prime Point Blank for damage, and then Prime Chilling Grasp for elemental damage. You don't need this because you could just run like a normal version and then balance it out by having another mod on because we literally have an empty mod slot. Then Vigilante Armaments just for a little bit extra damage. You can run anything else here. A Ribbon would be great on this. So this is the... oh wait. Yeah, Viral Heat is this build, and I just want to show it. This thing like can't even crit, okay? I should also show that I have no mods on here. Nothing on my Warframe to help this weapon. It is standing on its own 2 feet. Or at least you'll see that it does. Now, it, as you can see, not incredible damage, seeing as you only get 1 shot. That was a lot more, but that's because Heat started taking the armor away. But now we have Gun CO kicking in. And it already did a decent bit more. As we start to get our stacks up, you can see the damage is beginning to ramp up quite heavily. And at some points, it should start one-shotting. I mean, it's already one-shotting. There we go. 1 shot with outright damage. All you need is like a couple lucky critical hits and you'll one-shot with the outright hits. But even the heat procs end up doing enough damage to kill the enemy. This is no armor strip. These are 175 corrupted steel path heavy gunners. And I am doing no armor strip. I have no ribbon. I have an entirely empty mod slots. And I'm not getting almost any crits. 8% crit chance. Like this is kind of insane. And we also have no companion equipped or anything. And no arcane. We have no arcane. If we had even like primary merciless here, we'd be easily one-shotting with outright damage. This is no arcane. I need to get Shotgun Vendetta back. I had 3 R5 and actually sold all of them like a dumbass. But this would definitely be the best option here because it helps the reload speed so you have more uptime on shooting so you can do more damage. Plus the multi-shot would help a lot. Now, there is a couple things you can do here. First, we are going to show this build right here for, I'm actually also going to be taking all of those things off. And no Prime Ravage, right? So 2 empty mod slots here. Not counting the Xless. No Arcane, no Ribbon. This would probably be better as the 60-60 cold and status, but I gave that to a friend and I have no spare, so we're using Chilling Reload here instead. Sweeping Serration to bring the slash priority up. It does not increase the damage of the slash procs, it just increases the chance that we'll get a slash proc here. So you can see this build is, it could be a lot better. Because this thing, it actually has 260 base slash, which is quite high since it has such high status chance and a multi-shot of 3 at base. So we'll show how slash build does. This is also very viable. Of course, again, you're going to need to be building up your stacks. But once you do, the slash proc right away, only after 1 kill, and it already can just bleed the enemy to death. Now, depending on how many slash revival procs, sometimes you won't get the kill, but once you will pretty much all the time on these guys once you build up your stacks. You can see it's doing some pretty hefty damage now. And again, no arcane, 2 empty mod slots, no ribbon. This is kind of insane if you ask me. And we'd have even higher status chance if we had the dual stat 60-60 cold mod. So it can get way, way stronger than this. It is just so unbelievably powerful. So we can actually make this even better by putting on, where is it? Primed ammo stock. I don't actually know how high the magazine bonus goes for normal ammo stock. 10%. Okay, actually, I think normal ammo stock works here. If you, like, you can't, I can't level stuff in this simulacrum, but ammo stock should be able to get the 60% bonus ammo capacity. So you can use normal ammo stock. I'm fairly certain you do not need the primed. I'm just going to use the primed here. It's not maxed out. As long as it has plus 60% mag capacity, the game rounds up, bringing it to 2 in the mag, doubling the shots we get before having to reload. That is going to increase our DPS by a huge, huge amount. And then you can put something else here, which if you have Arcane Avenger or something, you can actually make this weapon crits. So that would make putting Primed Ravage on actually valuable, because then your damage would go up significantly. And you can run it with someone like Haro for even more crit, and then do that with Arcane Avenger, you could get 245% flat crit chance, making it so you have guaranteed oranges with a very high chance for reds, and your damage will just go through the roof. So something that also helps with this is, since it has such high like base damage rather than straight status procs if you go with the base damage build, is it can actually kill Thrax in Steel Path Void Cascade endurance runs. I did a run, the run, I was thinking about uploading it, but holy shit, the run was so bad. It was the worst run I've ever had. Despite that, we got to like level 3000, I think, and the enemies were like level 3000, so we were fairly far in. And this thing, if you have the stacks built up, will destroy the Thrax, as long as you're able to armor strip. Even without armor stripping, it did more damage than I expected. Like, this thing, this can kill Thrax, no problem. I was not expecting that, and I was not using an optimal build either. And I had an arcane on dexterity, but I never procced it because I wasn't getting melee kills, because I honestly forgot that I needed to. If I had shotgun vendetta, it would have been even more insane. Like, this thing is so freaking strong. I'm so glad that person recommended it to me, because when I was like addicted to it way back when, not too long after it came out, I just used this thing a ton when it first came out for like 2 weeks straight, and then I dropped it. I didn't really use it in high end stuff. It was just sort of like doing random missions and shit. So I didn't really get to see how powerful it was, and people never talk about it. No one ever uses this thing. So I didn't think it was that insane, but it obviously very much is. So if we were to here, if we want to make things a little crazier, we here, yeah, we'll go Prime Ravage, we'll put Primed Ammo stock on. We still have no Arcane, so there's that. Then we're gonna switch to, I want to say Haro, but then I don't want people to be like, oh, you're on Haro, that's why you're getting an extra attack, because I'm not going to cast his abilities. So here, we'll just go Trinity. we will slap on Combat Discipline, we will slap on Arcane Avenger, and then to boost our crit multiplier, you can run a companion that is able to get, or that you can then put Tenacious Bond on. We're going to take literally everything off and then put nothing but Tenacious Bond on. Now we just need a weapon that has 50% higher crit chance, which we have. So that's another 1.2 to the crit multiplier. Now we're at 4.1. We'll be getting flat crit from Arcane Avenger, and you're going to see, oh buddy, it is going to do big damage. Honestly, I don't think the slash procs are going to get a chance to kill once we have our stacks up. I will be awfully surprised if they do. So this thing can shoot decently fast. Like, this is without any fire rate. So you can definitely get the 2 shots off just fine. Now we're building up these stacks, and you can see that if we can just get, there we go, Arcane Avenger. Almost the 1 shot, almost. And this is not the flat, there we go. This isn't even the flat damage build. There we go. You see this? You see how insane this is? This is a slash build, okay? The slash isn't even getting a chance to kill most of the time. Just the base damage. This is ridiculous. It is just insane. This thing is so freaking strong. I am going to probably use this because it was a suggestion and I want to show it off that it can kill Thrax. This will likely be the primary weapon that I use in the level cap 100 subscriber stream that I do. I'm going to wait longer to see what the loadout is to get all the suggestions. It'll probably be like, yeah, I'll probably give it like 48 hours after the video comes out, maybe 3 days, and then take the suggestions from there and start getting the build together. So, yeah, Exergis, really strong weapon. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If not, then wait, I hate ending the video or starting it with the with the companion salt over my shoulder, drives me nuts. Okay. Okay, there we go. Okay. If you liked the video, then leaving a like would be great. If you want to see more content like this, then subscribe. And if you did not like the video, then dislike it so I know that it sucked ass. Thanks for watching. Adios.